I'm Irving. Welcome to Captain Marvel.
And now back to Shazam!
As we begin today, Billy and Mentor are relaxing at a beach watching some kids play football.
Football's a marvelous sport, isn't it, Billy?
Sure,
Did I ever tell you what a fine athlete I was as a young man?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, you have, Mentor. Several times.
About that time, the ball comes their way and lands in Mentor's lap. Here's his chance to see if he's still got it.
86. 73. Hi.
Thanks, mister.
Here's a tip. If your shoulder has reached the point where it's doing the same things that mine is, throw sidearm or underhand. Overhand doesn't work anymore. The ball skitters into some bushes and one of the girls goes to retrieve it. She runs screaming back to the others while the mystery villain takes off with the ball.
It's the brain! I'll get him! Come on!
The brain is another kid who's trying to be funny. Greg, the kid who tackled him, hassles him a little more before letting him go.
Who is he?
Jim Carter. He moved into the neighborhood a couple weeks ago.
Oh, he's weird. All he ever does is read books and play those dumb jokes on everybody. Come on, gang, let's go.
The elders.
Right on schedule. I wonder what we'll be talking about.
Billy, soon you will learn there are some people who will place themselves in danger to be accepted by others.
And there are people who will go ahead and do what is wrong because they believe something good will result.
You mean they let the end justify the means?
Yes, you're learning, Billy.
Elders, will I meet someone who will willingly put himself in danger?
Perhaps you already have.
Whatever could it mean?
The brain.
He figured that out all by himself. He's going to try to find Jim and learn more about him.
Hey, Jim? Yeah? It's really a great costume. Where'd you get it? I made it myself. See, this side is black for hiding in the dark. And this side is white for the big shocker.
But why do you use it to try and scare people?
They aren't my friends. They don't like me, and I don't like them. Well, I can't blame them for getting uptight at you, the way you scare them all the time. Maybe you ought to give them another chance. Forget them. Rather go home and read my book. Oliver Twist. That's one of my favorite books.
Billy's a voracious reader too, so Jim says, want to come see my book collection? Let's go, I'm curious too.
Oh, wow. Looks like you have a lot of heroes, Jim. Ooh, and some anti-heroes, too, huh?
Yeah, heroes blah blah blah. Where are the books?
Yeah, one of my favorite heroes is Captain Marvel. I'd really dig meeting him someday.
Perhaps we could arrange that.
Really? Do you know Captain Marvel?
Well, we know how to get in touch with him.
We're not going to get to see the books, are we? No, this is a lesson in better ways to try and make friends. The book collection was an excuse to get them here and tell him that. He's willing to give it a try.
The next touchdown wins the game, so we gotta come up with a play that'll work this time. What about the play Joe Namath used to win the Super Bowl? How do you know what play Joe Namath used in the Super Bowl? I memorized it from one of my books. Okay, let's see it.
He starts laying out the play while Greg mocks.
Dig this. The brain's thinking up their plays. Man, we might as well stop now.
Why don't you give him a chance, Greg?
Why? Because he's a stereotypical jock who's depending on his muscles and skill to take him through life, and he's threatened by people like Jim who take a different path. The truth? He feels inferior because he's nowhere near as smart as Jim is, so he has to try and tear down the brain to make himself feel like a big shot. We all knew them in school, and even now in adulthood, some of them still haven't gotten over it. Greg can't handle it.
Good game, Brain. You just might make the team yet.
Thanks. Nice play, Jim.
There's just one more thing, Brain. That is if you want to be a full-fledged member, it's a little test you gotta pass.
I'm betting he made this up on the spot. The rest of the group isn't saying much, probably because they don't know what Greg has in mind either. But I think they're assuming it's harmless. The elders already told us that's not going to be the case. Greg says, we'll be at your house at 4 to tell you what it is. That should give him time to think of something really stupid and dangerous for Jim to do.
Maybe you ought to find out more about this initiation before you get involved, Jim.
Hi. It's a chance for me to make friends with those guys, and I don't want to blow it.
There are other ways to make friends without risking your neck.
Sure. Just be yourself and let people accept you for who you are.
Jim decides he'll skip this initiation thing after all.
You know, I've got a marvelous idea. When Greg and the others come back for you, why don't you bring them back here for a picnic supper on the beach? My treat, huh?
That's great. Hey, catch you later.
And now he has a reasonable alternative to offer. 4 o'clock arrives right on schedule.
Initiation time. Hey, man, we can't wait all day. Are you coming or not? Be right out.
Good thing he has iron resolve. Billy and Mentor start to realize they've been stood up.
I wonder why Jim didn't show.
And there are people who will go ahead and do what is wrong because they believe something good will result.
Why do you suppose he didn't show, Billy? You really didn't need more acid to figure that out.
There it is. Now all you've got to do is climb on top of that and walk along the conveyor.
Did Greg do this? Did all the others? Did everybody do this initiation, or did he just make it up to keep Jim out? If he's going to make Jim do it, seems like they all should.
Greg, this is too dangerous to be fooling around with.
It's not too dangerous. So what's it going to be, Brain? Oh, come on, let's forget the brain. No, wait. I'll do it.
They all agree it's too dangerous and Greg is going too far. Yet they follow him like sheep. I'm not sure these are the kinds of people Jim needs as friends. The gang on the ground have seen enough.
Greg, what if he slips or something?
He's okay.
Yeah, you're so brave about all this. I don't see you risking your neck.
I could do that blindfolded.
That's easy to say when you're down here.
You want me to prove it?
Why don't we call the whole thing off and get Jim down? Huh? I'm afraid.
Yeah, man. This isn't proving anything, Gray. Forget it. Anything the brain can do, I can do.
And now we're getting to the heart of the matter. As I said, intellectuals threaten his sense of manhood, so he's constantly having to prove he's better than someone else, even if it involves doing something this stupid. His expression says it all. Jim has reached the end of the belt. Wait, that thing's operational? Greg needs to go to jail for a couple of weeks for reckless endangerment.
The warning siren! Oh no, Brain. I'm going all the way, just like you.
You may go even further, whether you like it or not.
Hey, Mentor, what's that big machine?
Oh, it's used for loading and unloading ore from ships.
Yeah. Hey, you don't think...
But that's where the kids are? Well, I would hope that they'd have better sense.
Remember who we're talking about. And step on it. They're going to need Captain Marvel quick.
Hey, Mentor, look! An SOS!
And Jim has a fair idea how to find him. Billy and Mentor already said they know how to contact Captain Marvel, so start contacting already. All he has to do is fly up, pluck Greg off the belt, and then escort the two boys down. or he can stop the belt in the silliest way possible.
Save me!
Once the belt stopped, he lifted Greg off of it. Greg had to have multiple skin grafts.
Quick, Greg, get off!
The workers at the bottom looked up to see why things had stopped and got a face full of rocks.
Well, your initiation almost had a sad ending, Craig. Machinery like this is no place to play around.
Yeah. Guess I didn't use my head either, Captain Marvel.
You didn't and you did, Jim. Flashing that SOS was what brought me here in time. SOS? Where'd you learn about that?
From a book?
Oh, come on. If he ever watched a movie or an action TV series, he knows what an SOS is. Greg is a muscle-headed jock, but he's not a complete ignoramus.
You'd be surprised what you're going to learn from books. Right, Jim?
That's right.
Thanks, Jim.
Greg has been appropriately humbled, and brains win out over brawn. At least until Jim needs to open a pickle jar and has to call on Greg. But they'll be living together by then. That's not what the episode is about. It's about doing stupid things to try and be liked. In the moral, Captain Marvel says, if they can't like you for who you are, maybe they're not worth having as friends. And he's right. Problem is, trying to practice that is almost impossible. We all have people that we need to be on good terms with for whatever reason. Not necessarily best buddies, but friendly association. Some of those people are buttholes. What do you do? At least now, thanks to Captain Marvel, I know that scaring them and doing crazy stunts are what not to do. Because I was seriously considering both. I'm Irving, and I'll see you next time on Captain Marvel.